What is up, guys? Fogo here, and today I wanted to talk about Gragas. Basically, with the new meta always shifting, Gragas has come, and him and Sejuani have become really strong. Due to the sort of tanky meta involving and Cinderhulk, involving how strong Cinderhulk is. And basically, if you get a hold of, if you're a main jungle like myself, and you get a hold of Gragas during a ranked game, it's usually, if you have a decent enough team, a win, because Gragas just brings so much CC. So for those of you who don't know, let's quickly run through his ability so we can have a better understanding of the champion. Happy Hour is 6 passive. Basically, anytime he uses an ability, he heals a certain amount based on his maximum health. His Q, Barrel Roll, is basically his main form of damage. He throws a barrel into an area, the casket stays there, and then if the longer it stays, the more damage it does, basically. It also slows the target by a very significant slow. Drunken Rage. This is a channel spell. You drink, you sort of gain a stat boost, and then you deal percentage damage to an enemy. And his Eat, Body Slam, is sort of his gap closure ability, as well as a knock up slash stun. The stun is not incredibly significant, but it's annoying enough to disrupt during a fight. And finally, his ultimate, Explosive Cask, deals damage, knocks back every target. Now, for those of you who can't tell, basically his kit just revolves around CC. It's really annoying. That's what makes him so strong, actually, is the fact that he can just constantly CC the enemy team and peel a lot. And due to the fact that one of your best items as Gragas is Righteous Glory, that item is just right now amazing for any sort of tanky jungler that likes to engage. If you're playing Wukong, it works. If you're playing Sejuani, it works. If you're playing Gragas, it works. Right here, I messed up and I couldn't get wolves. But basically, Righteous Glory just allows you to get into the enemy team as Gragas, use your E to slow somebody, and then just slow them once Righteous Glory activates. Because basically what it does is it gives you movement speed, and then after a little while, an area of effect occurs around you, and enemies are slowed. It's really good. Now, this game specifically, this is going to be a short game. This is ranked Gold 3, somewhere in there. And basically, this is going to be a short game. I didn't want to talk over a long game. But it's basically, I don't get, it's fun. This is a funny game because this is what I consider a good jungler to do. And it's the fact that the entire game, I'm just everybody's sugar daddy, basically. I'm just giving everybody kills. Not getting any for myself, not for lack of trying, mind you. Just it didn't happen, sadly. Now I'm against the Rex. I'm against the Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai could probably kill me on a 1v1. Right here, we're gonna try to get an Nivea. I use my body slam, miss it, but it's okay because I have my Q and it slows her like crazy. Now, she, for some reason, tries to get Cat, but Cat just dodges her Anavia's stun with her shampoo, and it just didn't end well. And now, right here, we were trying to help bot, and I don't know why, but Leona should have turned around and tried to CC somebody, so we could have killed them. But it, once again, unfortunately, it didn't happen. However, I did help pick up a kill for Katarina, which is always good. You should always give Katarina a kill. But yeah, basically, Gragas right now, anytime you see him on ranked, it's either he's either banned, or for whatever reason, people don't ban him, and they end up having a hard time because he's really strong right now. And if you're first pick, I recommend, and you know how to play Gragas, or at least you have a concept of how to play Gragas, I recommend that you just throw in BS bans, like ban LeBlanc, ban Sejuani, but avoid banning Gragas, just in the off chance that the enemy team doesn't, and then you can pick him up. And right now, he's very strong. Mostly due to the fact that he can just build tanky and just disrupt constantly. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to get into a fight and then have Gragas on you, body slamming you, knocking you back, and slowing you, and just constantly dealing damage. And it's the fact that right now he's just very strong. His passive is really strong as well. His passive lets him heal for 4% of his maximum health, which basically means the tankier you are, the more of a heal you get. That right there, it makes him, it's what sort of helps him stay in the jungle right now. Gragas was never really a big jungler. He like back in the day, back in my day, Gragas was always a mid laner. He never really went to the jungle. It's sort of something that just happened recently. Now right here, I'm gonna be stupid and sort of test Vladimir's reflexes. Of course, he's gonna pull away, but at least I know. At least I put a little bit of pressure on top. He knows I'm around there. It was unfortunate, a bit of a waste of an ult. Honestly, that was a gamble. That was a complete gamble. I lost, so now my ult is gonna be on cooldown. So I believe at this point in the chat, I just told everybody in the chat that they shouldn't fight for a while. And of course, our bot lane is doing very well. Now here, Rek'Sai and Anivia, no, too much CC, too little of a chance of escaping. But yeah, Gragas was never a big jungler. The reason why he suddenly became a jungler is because how strong Cinderhulk currently is. None of its other effects are super amazing, except for the fact that with Cinderhulk you get 25% HP based on your other items. So if an item gives you 1,000 AP, you get 200. HP, you get 250 HP passively. That is amazing. In and itself, that's amazing. When I play Jungle Zings out, I get Cinderhulk, Frozen Mallet, and Black Cleaver, and I'm already decently tanky. I can just get damage items after that. But basically, the other reason why Gragas jungle is very strong is because of his kit. His kit is what does everything. Right here is a perfect demonstration. Ash Q into my ulti just basically CCs two enemies. Unfortunately, we are only able to get Thresh, but I believe right here Graves overextends. I knock him into my barrel, and then Ash just picks up the kill. So there you go. It's just constant disruption. It doesn't let a team group. He doesn't let a team sort of go in as a team. It's just really annoying to deal with. There's a Navia clear that doesn't want me to touch her pink, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there for now. Now, I do believe he's very fun, and this was a very rare game where I got to play him. But however, I do believe that right now he is far too strong for He in ranked, he's just too good, and that's not something I ever thought saying, because Gragas was never like the strongest or anything like that. But right now he is too good, and I think he should be getting a nerf. Nothing too major, but I believe that his heal shouldn't be percentage. The heal of his passive should not be a percentage of maximum health. Because first of all, not only does that discourage anybody from building Gragas as a mage, which I think was the original intention of the designers. It was always sort of, based on AP damage. All his abilities have great AP ratios, but his passive should be a set amount of health that he gets. Obviously, this amount should increase with level. But right now, if technically speaking, if you want to make the most out of that passive, you just have to build tanky, which technically you could do as AD. You could get Rod of Ages, you could get Realias and stuff like that. But it's sort of, why would you do that when you can just be a disrupting machine in the jungle? It doesn't really encourage players to play him AP. Additionally, the slow in his Q is basically unnecessary. He already has a knock up and a stun, and the biggest displacement in the game. Like his ulti is just amazing. It deals a very decent amount of damage, and it knocks people back like so. So it's not exactly something that's in absolute need of. He doesn't really need an extra slow. So the slow on the Q just feels a bit unnecessary right now. If they were to do that, then maybe Gragas would, be brought down a bit, and he wouldn't be as strong. It always sucks whenever you like a champion and you have to recognize that the champion is too strong, because you always want, the champions you play to be strong. But the fact of the matter is, right now Gragas is just far too strong. The fat man is sort of out of control right now. I believe he gets banned like what, 98% of the time on ranked. It's something ridiculous. Right here was not a lot of synergy. I believe I knocked him out of Ash's ult. However, it still worked out because, you know, cat. I try to pick up a kill. Unfortunately, I don't. But my assists are off the roof, which is always a plus. And right now I'm just clearing the jungle from Rek'Sai tunnels. You know, one of the things I don't like about Rek'Sai is how mobile he is. He's just far too annoying, and like they said in the champion spotlight, he's very good at being where your jungler, where the enemy jungler is not. So by killing those tunnels, you sort of reduce his mobility a bit. Now, I for the build, I talked about his most essential item being Righteous Glory, and I still stand by that. Righteous Glory is amazing right now. I love getting it on Thresh. Face of the Mountain, Righteous Glory, bot lane. It's just amazing. And once again, the Ignite picks up the kill, and I'm just there, you know, standing with a face full of disappointment. Now, the other items, obviously Cinder Hulk. We talked about this. Righteous Glory. If the enemy team has either too much AC or too much magic damage, obviously you should get Merc Threads. If not, Ninja Tabbies will do. You just want to usually build tanky. There's not I don't see Gragas being in need of cooldown reduction, just because his abilities don't have any long excruciating cooldowns. You can pretty much Q, slow, E, use your W, and then by the time you use your W, your E will, your Q will most likely come back. Now right here we're looking for a fight. I'm backing off. I'm trying to bait them toward Katarina. We pick off Thresh. He was a bit too overextended. So yeah, sure, I'd hold for that. Now after you get all those items, you can get Iceborne Gauntlet. Sorry, I get those two items confused for some reason. You can get Iceborne Gauntlet to make your CC even more unbearable. You could also get a couple of AP items. Realias will again bring slow, but it will also, you know, make you do a little bit of damage. It also helps with your CC again. You could also get a couple of I would say if you're in need of damage, you should get a Luden's Echo. But honestly, I can't see why you would need damage as a Gragas jungle. Basically, you're just there to sort of peel for your carries and disrupt the enemy team. Don't allow them to group up. So technically speaking, you shouldn't be in need of damage. Once again, right here, we're gonna go ahead and fight. Leona and Ashe actually do a nice wombo, and we pick off Rek'Sai. I try to once again steal the kill, but nothing, man. Thresh is not going anywhere. We already established that. I don't know if you noticed there, but there was no way Thresh was going to escape. I hit him with my E, and then I put the barrel in front of him, so he was going to run into a slow. Right here, we try to get Vlad. I don't think we do. We just, you know, we're going to settle for turret, and then they just surrender. So yeah, Gragas jungle right now, far too strong. Needs to be nerfed a bit. Nothing too extreme, just the Q in the passive. Alright, enjoy playing Gragas for now.